Hello YouTube. It's been a little, well, not that long, but a few days, a week since I posted. Now, comp. That's what I'm doing today. This is a recap of comp. I've got a few videos of basically how things went. It was fantastic. Now, I didn't podium, that's fine. There was no aim there, but I came 5th. My best placing to date, which is awesome, other than the win I had last year, but the best placing I've had at novice level. Really good day, but a very long day. It did go on a lot longer than it should have done because there was a few technical issues, and unfortunately it did mean sort of strength and ability did peter out. I was quite sore by the last event. We didn't do the last event till almost like 5 o'clock, having started at 10. So it was a long old day, but it was a good day. I performed where I needed to perform. I did better than I expected on a couple of events. So I'll give you a quick rundown. Axel, phenomenal. I actually came joint 3rd in this event. I got 6 reps at the 85. Not the best that I'd done. No, I tell a lie. It was the best that I'd done, actually, because it was the fastest that I'd done. I did do 7 reps before, but that was actually outside the minute. So I'm happy. I replicated what I needed to do. It got me 3rd, best performance of the day. So that was really pleasing. So you can see the video after this.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're
Now, this was always going to be a difficult one for me, because ultimately I had some issues with my deadlift, just wasn't hitting the mark as much as I wanted. So really all I wanted to get was 5, and I got 5. I did try and fight for a 6th, twice in fact I tried to fight for it, but it just wasn't there. But that is fine, because when you put everything together, 200 at 5, 208.5 for 4, 213 for 3, 218 for 2, and 226 as my max. Obviously that's perfect. So that is exactly where I should have been. It did mean I didn't place particularly well. I think I was actually last in that, but I wasn't worried about it because it was a PB. It was a PB. 5 for 200, 200 for 5 was an absolute PB. So I'm really pleased with how that went. And you know what? It was in like 20 seconds. So yes, it was a PB, but it was also the fastest reps I've done, because in training I think I did 4 in 19 seconds and then 3 in 22, and then now 5 in 20. So that was fantastic.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
Sandbag carry, I was absolutely terrified, because before we started it I had a go at lifting the sandbag and it felt atrocious. We do reckon it might have been a bit overfilled, because it looked a lot bigger than it should have been based on the seams, and a lot of people were a bit like, feels like it's actually more like 110, because a couple of people has only really done 100. But by the by, 57 meters, which I was absolutely ecstatic with, because to be honest I was so nervous about this one, because again it can be a bit hit and miss. I did hit 60 in training, but again obviously that's without doing all my events, because it normally was the 2nd event I think I did normally, so it would be yoke and then that, but obviously I wouldn't have deadlifted and done axle on the same day. So I was really pleased with that.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll
so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who...
Yoke was incredible. You'll know from my other videos, the best I did on yoke was 38 seconds, and I beat that by 10 seconds. I don't actually know where I placed on it, but I was only 3 seconds away from second. And the guy I was up against, who's a friend of mine, he trains with the same coach. I'm going to give him some credit here because of him, I really pushed myself. So I was a little slower than him, which is absolutely fine, but I really pushed myself. It was 200 kilos and it was 4 meters, not 4 meters, it was 4 by 10 meters. So it's actually quite a big yoke run. And 28 seconds for me is insane because I've done 30 meters, so 15 drop and turn 15. I actually did that in something like 19 seconds for a previous prep. So add in, of course, another 10 meters and also multiple drop in turns. I am really, really, really pleased. So that was a phenomenal yoke run for me.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
At the end, we had sandbag over yoke. This didn't go incredibly well for me. I only got 3 reps. Again, yes, if the sandbag was heavier, but it's by the by at this point. I'm pleased to have got 3 because I was, to be honest, because the day had been so long and by everything else, I was absolutely shattered. It was so exhausting getting to that point, sore as hell. You know, the body had just really, really given up by that point. So, yeah, 3 was good enough for me. I wasn't too concerned by it. It wasn't gonna, you know, unless I'd got like 12 reps on it, I wasn't gonna change anything with my placing, which of course, as I say, ended up with.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Off the video, so it was a really pleasing comp. There was 2 aims for me, my own personal aims, which was any PBs I can do, of course, is nice, but ultimately it was to not come last. Tick, didn't do that. And then secondly, it was to manage my gallbladder problems, and I did, and I managed really well. Yes, there was a couple of hiccups during it, but I was able to eat all day, I was able to drink all day, I was able to fuel for my each part of it. I didn't feel like I was at a loss because of it. So everything we did worked. Yes, I probably had a little bit more DOMs than I would have liked, but ultimately it's a toss-up between DOMs or gallbladder problems, and gallbladder problems are much, much worse because they affect me much deeper and give me a lot more fatigue. And just make you ill in the moment. So ultimately, I can't complain at a little bit of DOM. So it was a really, really good day, really good comp, really pleased for me because this has been a tough year, having to miss Care Fillies, and then Lincolnshire just was absolutely nowhere near where I wanted to be, even with the couple of PBs it was. So I'm just very, very pleased. Yes, 5th place, happy with that, but also knowing that in a lot of events, either like Axel, I came 3rd, but also that I wasn't a million miles away. Being off by 3 seconds is not insane. Means I've got lots of work to do in off season. It means I've got lots of work to do when I get to the next prep, which will be when it is, because I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. But it's just really exciting. What I have said to my coach though, is I really want to get to a point where Axel is just not in doubt for me, particularly Axel, but overhead in general, because it is my best thing. It's somewhere where I do perform well. You know, every time I do an overhead, the press never feels in doubt. You know, obviously we're not talking about 1 rep maxes here. The clean, of course, is something I want to keep working on. But again, once I've got it up to rack position, the press is going to happen. So I'm really, really, really pleased, but I want to get that better. So overall, really fantastic day. Hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you soon.